We are one. Love will see us through. We are one. And that's the way it is. We are one.
I'm feeling tired but good. Tired but good.
What's the significance of you performing here in Richmond, your hometown, and what actually goes through your mind and what messages, are you trying to give your audience when you're up there? Because you look like you're in the zone and having a good time.
Actually, I'm always in the zone when I'm performing publicly. But I've said for years, never am I more satisfied than when I'm performing at home. I travel an awful lot. I've been to Africa 6 times. I've been to Cuba twice. I've been, all around. So I really appreciate home. And this particular gig, this Richmond Jazz Festival at Maymont, is significant for a number of reasons. One, I grew up definitely not 5-minute walk from here. This was almost my stomping ground, my playground. I would ride my bike here when I was a child. Number two, it's significant because I go to jazz festivals lots of places. And I'm convinced that if people anywhere in the world knew about this festival, saw this setting, the beautiful hills and trees and waterfalls and Japanese gardens, and they would come, they would flock. And I'm convinced it's going to be one of the significant festivals in the world. I really believe that. It's going to build to that. So for all those reasons, it's significant. And then most importantly, I have a lot of friends and fans here. And you may have heard Bible verses that say a prophet is never appreciated in their own home or in their own land. So I don't take for granted that people have to like me because I grew up here. They could easily have the attitude, oh, Plunky think he's something, he grew up, I know him when. But they don't. They honor me. And so it's very important for me to give them a really good show. I don't take this as some local gig. No, this is the most important gig I do. This gig right here in Richmond.
Does everybody do it like that? Like we just did, I want to know. Does everybody do it like we do? Like me and you and all your friends. Does everybody do it like that? Say it again. Does everybody...
That's my
What can you do for our young kids? We got a lot of kids out there and how can you reach them with your music?
Well, the youth are very important to me. I'm getting older. I'm not saying I'm getting old, but I'm getting older. And when you get older, you begin to see cycles of life. You begin to see the ending of one cycle approaching. So for that reason, the youth are extremely important because, as I say from the stage sometimes, they are our future. There's more future ahead of me if I understand that the youth are of me, are a part of me, are an outgrowth of me. You ask how can we use the music. I don't just say my music, but how can we use the music? The youth have always been about the music. They're always about the cutting edge. They're always about hip hop. They're always about new things, drum and bass, whatever. The music is their pulse. And they use the music in ways that the music was intended, which is to be a vehicle for communication. Now, if they're using music to communicate, if they're using hip-hop to talk about their lifestyles, to talk about their neighborhoods, to talk about their aspirations, then that means we can use music to speak to them as well. And so I have long been active in schools. I go present my music and concerts and lectures about the history of this music because I think the youth will benefit so much more if they don't see music just as a pastime, if they don't think that hip-hop is as far or as deep as the music goes. So I use the opportunity to tell them, if you like hip-hop, well, this comes from the concept of African music and drums and using speech patterns and rhythms. This is a part of our traditional history. Lastly, I think we get an opportunity to, if we're conscious, we can use the music and place actual lessons within the music. Now, I don't just mean life lessons, though those are the most important. I think we can teach math, we can teach science, we can teach the youth because they're already interested in the music. All we have to do is give them meaningful things in the lyrics to the music. And so that's how I have used my music for 40 years, and that's how I intend to use it forever.
Everybody out the sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. be funky. So get funky with it. You gotta be funky. So get funky with it. You gotta be funky. So get funky with it. Wait a second. Does everybody do it like that? Like we just did, I wanna know. Does everybody do it like we do? Like me